Okay, so I just want to say that I don't speak like Drew can speak. For some reason, I've got this deficiency. So everything I say up here always comes from my mind and my heart. It just flows through my fingers and not my mouth. That's why I have to read. Because as soon as I try to speak, my words get jumbled, and I'm always afraid of leaving something out or saying something that comes out dopey. So forgive me, but please know that my words that I speak are always from my heart. So today we have a gospel where Jesus says, love your enemies. Forgive those who won't forgive you. Those are tough asks from Jesus. And we can't ever always succeed with them, no matter how hard we try. But I think Jesus in today's gospel is challenging us to go a little further, step outside our comfort zone, to do things that are difficult and take effort, to go beyond our preferences. Our spiritual development and growth requires us to do hard things in looking at ourselves and in how we live and treat others. But during the pandemic, we learned to live outside our comfort zone. We learned to live disconnected and more isolated lives. And after 2 years, many of us have settled into this more isolated way of life. It's become easy and comfortable. Many of us don't even have to go into the office to work. We can work from home. So it's become comfortable, for some of us anyway. And I guess we just got used to it. When we first went into this lockdown, it was scary for all of us. Thankfully, we all hung in there during these past 2 years. 2 years. And because of all of your dedication and support, both physically and financially, we have survived this pandemic. Each one of you, filled with the spirit that you experience in this place, continue to generously give financially and of your time and energy to keep us going. You showed up when we packed 150 people under a tent in October. You showed up for your Lenten survival kits last year. You showed up for our drive-through events so we could just do a little bit to help others and to get a look at each other's masked faces. Get a look at the smiles in each other's eyes. I know I speak for Drew and Terry when I say we are so lucky and honored to be part of this amazing family. And we appreciate and love every one of you. But now with Lent fast approaching, once again, and COVID beginning to ease its grip, I'm going to challenge you to go a bit further and sacrifice a bit more. We did a great job with technology when that was all we had to keep us connected. But a family of faith needs to be Christ for each other. We need spiritually and physically to come together, to be nurtured by each other's presence, and to be nourished at this table. So I'm asking for all of us, as a parish community, to fast this Lent. Fast being a spectator. For us to make the effort to be connected to each other. I know some of you are physically unable to be here for a variety of reasons, of health reasons. We don't want you to risk your health. But we need you to connect with us. We are your parish family, and we're here for you. But we don't know you're watching. We know that lots of people are watching, but we don't know who's watching. I'm not Miss Beverly on Romper Room with my magic mirror. We need you to comment on YouTube. Comment and share our Facebook posts. You need to call us and send us an email. Let us know you're there. Let us be able to do for you if you're stuck at home. Let us bring you communion so you can more fully participate in the Eucharist. For those of you who are just out of the habit of getting up and coming to church on Sunday morning, who don't want to give up the ease of watching from home with a cup of coffee and warm slippers, it was a nice consolation when it was a necessity. But it's time to come home, to be here for our family, to be spreaders and not just listeners of the good news. And those of you who are here, we so appreciate you being here every week. You are the spirit in this place that enables us to celebrate the Eucharist. But I'm going to ask more of you as well. Reach out to people you know that you haven't seen. Encourage them, offer a ride. Perhaps volunteer to bring communion to someone who can't be here, who can't get out. When we do for each other, we recognize Christ in the midst of it. It cultivates our joy and our love. It becomes contagious. It transforms us. And transformed people transform people. This can only happen through our relationships with each other. We cannot fulfill our mission to be Christ in the world out there unless we're Christ for each other in here. In the second reading today, and you all read Ephesians all week, right?
Yes.
In the second reading today, St. Paul says, I ask God to strengthen you by the Spirit, that Christ will live in you as you open the door and invite him in. I pray you will be rooted and grounded in love, and that you will be able to experience the extravagant dimensions of Christ's love. Paul says, reach out and experience the breadth, test the length, plumb the depths, rise to the heights, live full lives, full in the fullness of God. St. Paul is saying, we can do this. And we find that ability in each other. We have a lot planned during Lent to help ease your way back home. As the days lengthen and the weather warms, let us begin the journey to bring our family back better than ever. We miss you. We love you. We will begin, as Beverly said, next weekend with a Mardi Gras celebration after Mass with goodies outside. And then a few days later, it's Ash Wednesday. We will have Mass several times during the day and ashes to go in the parking lot all day long. You don't even have to get out of your car. We'll also have an afternoon Lenten series beginning March 9th. And a slew of other things. So just watch your email for all the ways you can step back in. And then, this Easter, let us rejoice in Good Shepherd's revival as we celebrate the resurrected Christ together as a family.